Whenever you suffer from Bell's palsy, you will observe after a few months, the movement starts coming in. But this movement feels different. It's not the same as it used to be before. They are linked. They are sometimes out of your control. And it's associated with this feeling of stiffness, of tightness, and even sometimes pain. That's what is synkinesis. And many of them wonder, is this the sign of recovery? Or there is some other issue? Well, answer to this question you will get in this video. Let's get started. Friends, synkinesis is a sign of recovery, but it's also a sign of another problem that's coming as a secondary complication of Bell's palsy. Because when your nerve regenerates, it's only that time you will see synkinesis coming in. But the synkinesis is a sign that there is a disconnect, or else you can say a misconnect between your brain and the nerve. There is a misalignment, a lack of coordination, and there is a lack of synchronization of your facial movements. That's not all. Since the facial nerve is divided in 5 branches, you will observe certain movements will be stronger and far more active versus certain movements will not be developed because of lack of recovery. That's where these muscles have to work harder to make up from the normal side of the movement. That's where they end up taking help from other muscles, which eventually leads to synkinesis. Synkinesis basically represents the maladaptation of nerve recovery. The movement returns, but the control and coordination does not return at this point. But why synkinesis? This is because the abnormal wiring that is happening while your nerve is recovering. The linked patterns that gets developed and gets embedded within your brain. And the worst part is, the older it gets, the more difficult it is to break these patterns. The muscle now becomes overactive, tight, tensed due to repeated contractions which are sometimes beyond your control, which eventually leads to increased resting tone. The voluntary movement starts becoming more and more difficult than the involuntary movements. It's like whenever you even think of smiling, the eyes contract before even your smile muscles. This is because of these wrong patterns that is being developed. This explains why people who suffer from synkinesis usually experience increasing stiffness, facial fatigue, and even worsening of asymmetry as the day passes, even after years of recovery. It's not that your nerve has not regenerated. It's because the regenerated nerve has developed wrong links, wrong patterns with other adjacent nerves of the same facial nerve branch. So what's the rehabilitation look like? The strategy here changes absolutely when it comes to synkinesis compared to the Bell's palsy recovery. Here, the aim is to do 3 things. Number 1, relaxing the tight and tensed facial muscles. Number 2, reducing the resting muscle tone. Number 3, retraining the muscles to move in isolation. And number 4 is training the coordination of facial muscles. But the fact is, synkinesis never resolves spontaneously or on its own. Passive waiting or doing generic exercises or massage will increase the problem over decreasing it. In fact, if you continue taking electrical muscle stimulation even after developing synkinesis, that's going to be a disastrous decision for you. Last but not the least, strength-based or exaggerated facial contractions will worsen or increase your synkinesis. So please don't do these things. So what to do then? Make sure that you minimize the force that you apply while doing facial movements. Don't forcefully make facial expressions. In fact, learn the habit of doing subtle facial expression and rely more on your body language and sound and eyes while communicating. Develop the habit of spending 5 minutes to calm down the noisy facial muscles. You can do this any time of the day just by placing your hand over your cheeks, over your eyes, over your forehead, over your neck, wherever you feel that there is unnecessary tension or noise. And then the third and most important thing, take care of your posture, at the same time your TM joint, because they are going to be indirectly affecting your facial recovery and synkinesis and vice versa. Which means that if you have got a pre-existing TMJ issue, or else if you have poor posture, it will increase or worsen your synkinesis, and if you have got more strong synkinesis, it will eventually impact your masseter and temporalis muscle and even your neck muscle, giving you headaches and neck pain. So the bottom line is, a structured rehabilitation approach is the key to reverse or reduce the synkinesis, not just waiting for spontaneous recovery or doing forceful, exaggerated movements. I hope this answers your question that comes into your mind, that is synkinesis a sign of nerve recovery or not? If you have got any other questions related to synkinesis, feel free to put them in the comment section below, because we love to read your comments and answer them. On that note, I'll end this video here and I'll see you in another video. Thank you.